I'm Candace McKim, and welcome. I'd like to invite you to do my practice with me. It's a detox flow practice. It is a little bit more of a challenging practice, so if you are not looking for a more challenging practice, please go to any of my other videos. I have a beginner yoga practice, an all-level practice, and then it goes on. So this is a detox flow practice, and it's an excellent practice to release toxins out of our body, to get rid of what isn't serving us, and to release it all out through our body fluids, right? So you're going to sweat it out, you're going to, you might get a runny nose, you might get a horrible taste in your mouth, you're going to go to the bathroom afterwards, you might end up peeing more today. So it's just getting rid of stuff, and it's just an excellent practice to clear out anything that you don't want. And energetically, spiritually, it's a great practice for us to get rid of what isn't serving us on a spiritual level. So as you're going through your practice, you can meditate on that or bring that in with it. What do I need to get rid of to achieve and accomplish what I really want to accomplish this year or in this next few months? So make sure that you really listen to your body. If you start to feel discomfort, if you start to get lightheaded, please take a break. Please listen to your body and do this practice really consciously aware of how you're feeling. Do not push yourself to do it just because you feel like you should. Go into child's pose, sit into seated staff pose, and just take some breaks whenever you need to, and take long breaths. So we're going to use the Ujjayi pranayama breath for this practice. Ujjayi is the victory breath. And so what it is we breathe into our diaphragm, long, slow, steady breaths into the diaphragm, and that will massage our organs as well. So it's a detox practice, meaning that the first part, we're going to go through some sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we're going to go through some sun salutation Bs, adding some postures that what we're going to do is we're going to extend. They're going to be extensive postures, so we're going to get extension into our organs. Then we're going to do compressive postures, which kind of are going to scrunch up our organs. And then we're going to add twists, and the twists will bring out our organs, and that's where the toxins will start to get eliminated. So let's get started. It's super fun, and so I just want to say again, this is not a beginner yoga practice. We're going to start with some sun salutations to warm up our body, so really listen to your body. And if you have some blocks, grab them. If you don't have a block, use a water bottle. We're not going to use them a lot, but they're just handy to have, and I have them. So let's get started standing up at the front of your mat. We're going to come into mountain pose. Your feet are 1.5 to 2 inches apart, 3 inches apart. The outside of your feet are parallel with the outside of the mat. Lift up your toes, spread your toes, and then place your toes back down. Pull up your pelvic floor, bring your shoulders forward, up, back, and slide the shoulder blades down your back, reaching your fingertips towards the mat. Your chin is parallel with the floor. And here's where you're going to start to connect to that Ujjayi pranayama, the victory breath. So it's an audible breath. You should be able to hear it. All right, let's inhale, reach arms all the way up to the sky. Turn your hands. You can add a bend to your knees if this is your first sun salutation, and lower yourself all the way down. Bring your hands onto your shins. Inhale, lift up and lengthen. Bend your knees, bring your hands onto the floor, and step back first with your right foot. Just pausing. Hands onto the floor, fingers are spread. Step back with your left foot, coming into plank. And then come down onto your knees and lower yourself, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into Cobra, and exhale into Downward Facing Dog. We're going to do some upward dogs, but first one, we'll just start with the Cobra. And then walk your dog. Press one heel down to the floor, and then press your opposite heel down to the floor. Staying very, very connected to your Ujjayi pranayama, the breath. You're going to want to move with the breath. Now looking up at the front of the mat, just walking your feet up to the front. Hands onto your shins. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Press your feet into the floor, arms out to the side, and inhale, reach all the way up to standing. Bring your hands together and bring your hands down through center. All right, so now we're just going to flow through 3 more sun salutations, moving with the breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Hop or step your feet back and lower yourself, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. And exhale, Downward Facing Dog. One more breath. Step or walk your feet to the front of the mat and inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Arms out to the side. Reach all the way up to standing. And this time just turn your hands and let's float right back down into your forward fold. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Hop or step your feet back and lower yourself, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. And exhale, Downward Dog. Stepping out to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And exhale, fold. Arms out to the side. Reach all the way up to standing. And bring your hands down through center. And if you want to do a couple more just to keep your body, just to get your body even a little bit more warmed up, then go ahead and do that. Right now we're going to go into the detox part of this practice. All right, so inhale, reach your arms out to the sky. Turn your hands, bend your knees, and reach your hands all the way up, keeping your knees bent. We're coming into chair pose, but it's a little bit higher pose. This is the extension part of the practice. And we're going to hold it here for a few breaths, connecting to the Ujjayi. And again, one more breath. Now inhale, reach up to standing, and exhale, fold. Now here we want to do our forward bend, adding the extension. So if you have the blocks, put your hands onto the blocks, and just pause here, getting some extension through the belly. All right, move the blocks out of the way. Bring your hands onto the floor, hop or step your feet back, and lower yourself, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. And exhale, Downward Dog. Now you're going to take your right foot and extend it up to the sky, and then you're going to open up your hip. You can even bring your gaze underneath your right armpit. Now bend your knee, look up between your hands, and step your right foot all the way up between your hands. Now you don't want to drop your back heel, you want to stay on your toes because it'll work your core more. Now bring your hands back and lift all the way up. Now sink into this high lunge. Similar to a warrior one, lift your chin just slightly, just giving a little attitude. Stretching, you can even lace your hands together. Take your pointer fingers up to the sky and then reaching up, even lifting your gaze to where the wall meets the ceiling. One more breath. Then bring your hands down onto your hips. Hop your back foot in just slightly and drop your heel. Straighten your front leg. We're coming into pyramid pose. So take a deep breath, inhale, and then reach over that front leg on your exhalation, and then bring your hands onto your blocks. So again, we want the extension. We don't want to crunch into here yet. Adjust your neck, bringing your gaze down so that your spine and your neck are in alignment. Draw the right hip back. And just really feel the length in the torso. At the end of your next exhalation, bend your front knee, move your blocks to the side, hands onto the floor, Step back with your right foot and let's go through our vinyasa. Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, downward dog. Now take your left foot up to the sky, point your toes and open up that hip. Bring your gaze under your left armpit if that's available to you, so you're getting a beautiful stretch and length here. Bend your knee and step your left foot all the way up to the front of your mat. Now staying on those tippy toes on the back, bring your hands back and lift all the way up to standing. So you're using your balance, and then exhale, sink into your legs. Press your back heel down towards the floor and take it to where you did the other side. You can lace your fingers together, take your pointer fingers up to the sky, and then lift up your gaze. So where do you want to expand in your life? Maybe even playing small. How do you extend? How do you expand out into the universe? How do you extend out to open to your offerings, to what you want to offer, as well as what you want to receive? One more breath. On your exhalation, bring your hands down through center. Hop that back foot in just slightly. Straighten the front leg. Deep breath, inhale, lifting up the chest. Draw the hips back as you exhale over that front leg. Hands onto your blocks and adjust your head. You don't want your head to be up, it'll hurt your neck. Keep drawing that left hip back and connect to the breath. One more breath. Bend your front knee, move the blocks to the side, and let's go float through our vinyasa. Chaturanga Dandasana, Cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale, downward dog. And we're going to hold it here. Now on your next inhalation, coming into plank, engaging your core, deep breath, inhale, and exhale back into downward dog. Let's do it again. Inhale into plank, exhale, downward dog. Again. Keep flowing with your breath. Inhale into plank. Exhale, downward dog. Last time. And just hold your downward dog for one more breath. Take a deep sigh, exhale. Looking up between your hands, step your feet up to the front of the mat. Bringing your hands onto your blocks, inhale and lengthen. Feels good, doesn't it? One more breath. Bend your knees and reach your arms up to the sky. So still in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Feeling confident, feeling open, feeling solidly grounded though, but opening up. Opening up to all the possibilities, the infinite possibilities. Can you imagine? Just imagine all of the opportunities, the experiences waiting for you. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Add a little bit of a back bend, reaching up and back, just drawing your hands back just a little bit. Hands together and hands come down through center. We're just gonna hold it here for a minute. Again, taking another nice deep breath and exhale on a sigh. So now we're going to go into the compressive part, the compressing part of this practice. So standing up tall, inhale, reach your arms up. Turn your hands, bend your knees, and come into a nice low chair. So you're coming down, so you're compressing, and you can even have your hands back onto your hips, or even laced underneath behind your knees. Connect to the breath, and when you're breathing, make sure you're breathing into the diaphragm, because the diaphragm will then massage your internal organs. We're going to hold it here for one more breath. And exhale, fold. Try keeping your abdomen onto your thighs as you fold into your forward fold here. Allow the top of your head to hang down to the floor. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And you can bring your hands flat onto the floor. And if it's available to you, you can even turn your hands towards the back of your mat, drawing your forehead more towards your shins. Bring your hands on either side of your feet, and then step back into plank. Lower yourself down to the mat, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog, and exhale, Downward Dog. Now this time you're going to lift your heel straight up to the sky. You're not going to open up that hip. Now bend your knee and bring your knee to your chest. Just for a pause, and then step your right foot all the way up to the front of the mat. You're still on your back toes, you're not putting your back foot flat, and inhale, reaching up. Now this time you're going to lace your hands behind your back, straighten your arms, and bring your chest forward. Take a deep breath, inhale, and then come into humble warrior. But it's a little bit more tippy because it's not a warrior, it's a high lunge because you're on your back toes. So using your core, breathe into your abdomen. And take this opportunity to reflect. What is it that you need to let go of? What isn't serving you? Maybe it's a practice. Maybe your practice, you haven't been doing your practice as much. All right, release your hands and lift all the way up, just back up to standing. Now we're going to drop that back heel down, so hop it in, straighten this front leg. We're going to come back into pyramid pose. So hands onto your hips, take a deep breath, inhale, and then exhale, reach over your front leg. But this time you're going to round out and lower your forehead down. So again, you can still bring your hands onto blocks if that works best for you, or right down to the floor, whatever works best. Keeping your breath long and slow, keep rounding out your back and bringing your forehead towards your shin. Take another breath and just ask, what do I desire? What is it that I want in my life? What would bring me pleasure, and joy, and purpose? Bend your front knee. Your hands can come down on either side of your front foot. Step your foot back, so now you're in a low lunge. Step back with your right foot and let's float through our vinyasa. Lower yourself down towards the mat. Inhale into Cobra or Upward Dog, and exhale into Downward Dog. Make sure your hands are planted properly on the mat. taking the weight off of your wrist. Now take your left foot up to the sky. Not opening up the hip, just lifting it straight up. Now bend your knee and bring your knee into your chest. And step your left foot all the way up between your hands. Bring your arms all the way up. Turn your hands, bring your hands down behind your back, lacing your hands behind your back. Straighten your arms, opening up your chest. Deep breath, inhale and exhale into a humble high lunge. Lowering down, connect to your breath. And check in with your body. Are you starting to get a bad taste in your mouth? Is your nose running? Do your organs feel all crunched up and maybe you're getting even a little bit of heartburn or pressure in your esophagus? And relate that to your life. Where else is it not comfortable? It's not pleasurable. Where else do you feel discomfort? And that there needs to, something that you need to get rid of, that there needs to be change. Release your hands onto your hips and lift all the way up to standing. Hop that back foot in, straighten that front leg, deep breath, inhale and exhale into pyramid pose. Rounding out, bringing your hands onto your blocks or onto the floor. Staying with that breath, but also staying with that emotions. What do I need to let go of? What isn't serving my vision? One more breath. Then bend your knees, hands onto the floor. Come onto your back toes, step back with the left foot, and let's float through our vinyasa. Just taking another couple breaths here. You might need to readjust your hands, making sure you're taking that weight off the wrist and bringing the weight between the pointer finger, the index finger, and your thumb in that space. Now inhale, lift your right foot up to the sky and exhale into plank, bringing that knee into your chest. Take a breath, inhale, and exhale, extend the leg up. Inhale into plank, bring the knee into your chest. And again. And again. And let's hold it here. Your right knee is right into your chest, and exhale, downward dog. Whew. Let's do the other side. Take your left foot up to the sky. Exhale, bring that knee into your chest. Left foot comes up to the sky. Knee to chest. Flowing with the breath. Now let's hold it. And exhale, downward dog. And if you need to go into child's pose here, then go ahead. Looking up between your hands, step your feet up to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up and lengthen, and exhale, fold. We're going to come back into that crunched up forward fold. You can bring your hands right onto the floor or walk them towards the back of the mat. Your abdomen is right down onto your thighs. Connect to your breath. Breathe into the diaphragm. One more breath, deep breath, inhale and exhale. Bend your knees. And we're gonna just bring our hands forward so our abdomen is still onto our thighs to come into that chair pose. And again, if it's better for you, wrap your hands behind your knees. Do you feel it working? I have a little burp right at the back of my throat. One more breath. Press your feet into the floor and reach all the way up to standing. Bring your hands together and bring your hands down through center. How are you doing? So we have one more round, one more section of it. We're going into the twisting part. This is the good stuff. This is going to get rid of all that stuff that's starting to bubble up. My stomach's going. Like I said, I have a little burp in the back of my throat that's just sitting there. All right, excuse me, there it went. That's not rude. All right, you're not alone if you're experiencing this. You are not alone. All right, so standing in a mountain pose, we're gonna inhale, reach arms up to the sky, adding that little bit of a back bend. Now bring your hands together and you're gonna bend your knees and then twist to the left and bring your right elbow onto the outside of the left knee. And then lift your left elbow up to the sky. You're trying to get your knees together, keep your knees together, and breathe into the belly. Now untwist, reach your arms all the way up to the sky, straighten your legs, palms together, and then we're going to twist to the right. Hook the left elbow onto the outside of the bent knee, palms together, and breathe into the diaphragm. Now untwist, reach all the way up. Turn your hands and exhale, fold. We're going to add a twist to our forward fold. Bring your right hand onto the outside of your left ankle. And then take your left hand up to the sky. And if you want, you can turn your hand and bring the back of your hand along your back. So lifting up that left shoulder. Breathe into the belly. One more breath, untwist, and take your left hand on the outside of your right ankle and take your right hand up to the sky. So you're adding a twist, or you can turn your hand and bring your hand down behind your lower back. Lifting your right shoulder up towards the sky. Breathe into the diaphragm. Allow your diaphragm to massage your internal organs. One more deep inhale, and exhale, fold. Hands onto the floor, hop or step your feet back to come back into your plank, and lower yourself, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog, and exhale, Downward Facing Dog. So now you're going to take your right foot up to the sky and step it forward all the way up between your hands. Staying on your back toes, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring your hands together and then twist to the right, hooking your left elbow on the outside of that right knee. All right, so now you can see and feel how you're going to be getting rid of what isn't helping your vision, what isn't serving your vision. So what are you making room for? So going into what is your desires? What is your vision? What is your intention? What are you wanting to create, and how are you wanting to show up in the world? Now, untwist, bring your block in on the outside of your right foot, hop your back foot in and straighten your front leg. And lift yourself up. Let's lift up. So now, standing with your feet flat on the floor, take your left hand and reach it forward. Now bring your left hand on the outside of your front foot onto your block or onto the floor, and then lift your arm up all the way to the sky. And you can adjust your block. It doesn't have to be flat like this. It can be this height or this height, depending on what works best for you and your body. Exhale and twist, bringing your right hand down. Move the block out of the way, come onto your back toes, and let's bring our foot back and float through our Vinyasa. Take your right foot up to the sky, and then step your left foot all the way up. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring your hands together and exhale, twisting to the left, hooking your right elbow onto the outside of your bent knee. Find your breath. Take this opportunity to connect to the sensations in your body, and then move to the vision. What will bring you joy, happiness, purpose? What do you need to do? You know you're clearing out what doesn't serve you. You're finding this confidence, this strength in this practice. Knowing that you can do whatever it is that you desire. Bring your hand down, untwist, and lift back up. Drop your back heel, straighten your front leg, reach your right arm forward, reach, and then bring it down on the outside of your left foot, either onto the block at any height, and then take your left hand up to the sky. If there was no restrictions, what would I do? No limitations of responsibilities, of finance, of education. What would I do? And then breathe and hear the answer. Listen for the answer. Exhale and twist. Hands onto the floor and step back, left foot. Lower yourself, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Cobra or Upward Facing Dog. And exhale, Downward Dog. I'm just going to hold it here for a breath. Now take your right foot up to the sky, open it up, and bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, extend your right leg up. Exhale, bring it to the left elbow. We're going to keep flowing through this. Inhale and exhale. And now we're going to hold it. Inhale and exhale. Let's just hold it for another breath. And exhale, downward dog. Take your left foot up to the sky. Point your toes, open up. And exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. And again. exhale, downward dog. And again, just a reminder, if you need to, you can come into child's pose. You bring your knees to the mat and sit back onto your heels. Listening to your body, breathing long, slow, smooth, steady breaths. Looking up between your hands, hop, step, or walk your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. We're going to add the twist. Bring your left hand onto the right ankle and take your right hand up to the sky or on your lower back. And I want you to repeat in your mind, I can do anything. What do I want? What do I desire? What would juice me up and get me super excited? Exhale, untwist. Bring your right hand onto the outside of the left foot and take the left hand up to the sky. What would it be? And if you already know, fabulous. What are the next steps? And how can you trust this vision? And untwist, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Bring your hands together and let's bend our knees, twisting to the right. Bring the left elbow onto the outside of the bent knee. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky and then twist to the left, bringing the right elbow onto the outside of the left knee. My stomach's growling. Is yours? It's making gurgly noises. Inhale, reach all the way up to standing. Bring your hands together and bring your hands down through center. You did it. You did it. You did it, you guys. Good job. I'm so proud of you. That was amazing. You're going to really notice all the benefits of it. Take a moment to check in with the sensations that you're feeling, the taste you have in the mouth. If you have a runny nose, you might get a bit of a headache. You know, is your stomach growling? Are you feeling indigestion stuff? If you need to go to the bathroom, all of that is perfect, it's ideal, it's brilliant. It's the amazing process of yoga and how amazing yoga works. So you can continue on with your practice. You can continue joining me. I'm going to take us through some balancing pose, and then we're going to hit the mat for Dandasana and then into Shavasana. Alrighty, so standing up nice and tall. Shift your weight to your left foot and then bring in your right knee. Extend your leg out. Let's just hold it here for a breath. So we're doing the same with as we did before. So we're extending. Now bend your knee and draw your knee right into your chest. Use your hands to draw it in. Now keep your left hand onto your right knee. Take your right arm up to the sky and then bring your hand back and then rotate your gaze to look back towards your hand. Maybe your balance is a little better than mine today. All right, take your right arm up and bring it forward. All right, let's get into mountain pose again. Shift your weight to your right foot. Extend your left leg straight out. Hands onto your hips. Breathe. Bend your knee. Draw your knee into your chest. Now keep your right hand onto the outside of the left foot. Take your left hand up to the sky and then bring it down behind you and then just start to rotate your gaze. All right. Lift your hand up and release your foot down. Take your arms up to the sky, reaching all the way up. Turn your hands and then come down into a squat. We're going to come right down onto the floor. Coming into Dandasana, seated staff pose. I want you to move the fleshy parts out of the way. Sitting up nice and tall, your feet are flexed, your hands are down at your sides. Slide the shoulder blades down your back. Taking a deep breath, inhale and exhale. Now reach your arms up to the sky. Reaching up and exhale, reach over your front legs towards your toes. You can hold onto your toes, your knees. Keeping an extension through the back. We're still doing the same. We're doing extension. Deep breath, inhale for extension, and then exhale, round. Now on your inhalation, you're going to lift up and draw your right knee towards you. Cross that foot over, and then if it's available to you, you're going to bring your front heel back. We're going to add the twist. Take your left arm, wrap it around your front knee. Take your right hand up to the sky so you're getting extension, and then bring your hand down behind your back. Press your fingers lightly into the floor to get length in your spine, and then rotate your gaze. Breathe into the diaphragm. Take your right hand up to the sky, untwist, and extend your legs out. Reach your arms up, up, up. Your feet are flexed, and reach over that front leg, keeping length in your back and your spine, and just lower your hands to wherever they're going to go. You can even have your blocks there. Take another breath, inhale. And exhale, lower down. Now on your inhalation, you're going to release your feet and roll up to sitting, drawing your left knee into your inner thigh. Cross it over, and then if you want, you can bring your front heel back. Just take it to your level. You can stop at any one of those spots. Bring your right arm, wrap it around your knee. Take your left hand up to the sky. Bring it down behind your back. Fingertips lightly into the floor and rotate your gaze back. Breathe into the diaphragm. Lift up your back hand and untwist. Extend your legs out. And now we're going to make our way onto our back for Shavasana. So I like to spin on my mat. You want your feet open and just lie down onto your back. Your arms are at your sides and your palms are up. Take another deep breath, inhale and exhale out. And allow yourself to have this moment, to have this time. So you can stay lying down in in Shavasana, or you can roll over onto your right side, cradling your head in your arm. You can stay there. Whenever you're ready, you can bring yourself up to sitting. And just bringing your hands into prayer, lowering your gaze or closing your eyes. And just take this opportunity to connect the body, mind, and spirit. We've just done a beautiful practice for our body, releasing toxins. And we connected that movement to our mind. How did it feel? And let's call in Spirit. Spirit, guide us. Guide us so that we can fully show up in our lives. That we can be the best version of ourselves so that we can confidently and courageously follow our intuitive guidance, our intuition that is always there with us and leading us step by step into our purpose, into what we're here for in this lifetime. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding us, for being here on this path with us, for always being our ever faithful companion, our supporter. Thank you, Spirit. Namaste. So I really hope you enjoyed that practice. Again, my name is Candace McKim. That was a detox flowing practice, vinyasa. I'm an intuitive coach. I'm also the author of the book, Yogini's Guide, Intuition is a Choice. And I created a deck of oracle cards, Yogini's Guide to Intuition. You can find me on social media and on my website, just Candace McKim, CandaceMcKim.com, or on Facebook, Instagram, Candace McKim, Yogini's Guide. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on my practice. And let's get rid of that shit so we can open up and expand out and be the best version of ourselves. Namaste. Mwah.